My friend, life doesn't always change through one grand moment of transformation. More often, it unfolds through the smallest of steps, the choices you make daily, the thoughts you nurture, the actions you repeat quietly when no one is watching. These little steps may seem insignificant, but they are the architects of your destiny. A giant destiny is not built in a single leap. It's carved with patience, with courage, and with steady persistence. Remember, the ocean is nothing but drops of water collected over time. Your future is shaped the same way. Let's explore how small steps can lead you toward the destiny you dream of. Every destiny begins not with 100 leaps, but with one choice, one tiny decision that sets everything into motion. When you think about it, your life right now is nothing more than the sum of choices you've made up to this very moment. Some choices were conscious, others unconscious. Some were born from faith, others from fear. Yet each choice has been like a stone dropped into the river of time, sending ripples outward that eventually shape your reality. Here's the beauty: you don't need to know the entire future to create change. You only need to decide on the very next step. Too often people paralyze themselves waiting for certainty, waiting to see the whole staircase before they take the first step. But destiny does not reveal itself in advance. It whispers only the next move. And if you're willing to trust that whisper, your life begins to unfold in ways you never imagined. Think of it like planting a seed. The act itself may look small and insignificant, but within it lies the blueprint of a mighty tree. One seed, when nurtured, becomes shade for generations, fruit for the hungry, and wood strong enough to build homes. None of this is seen in the moment the seed is dropped into the soil, yet the potential is already there. The same is true of your choices. A single yes, to forgive, to try again, to start where you are, carries within it the potential for a destiny far greater than you can comprehend. So don't underestimate the power of one small decision. Choosing to rise early, choosing to learn, choosing to love instead of resent, choosing to create instead of complain. Each of these choices builds a bridge between where you are and where you long to be. Your destiny isn't waiting for a grand leap of faith. It's waiting for you to say yes to the first step. That's where power is born, not in hesitation, but in decision. Destiny is not shaped by the occasional bursts of effort, but by the quiet consistency of daily actions. We often believe we need big, dramatic changes to turn our lives around. But the truth is, the small things you do every single day create the most lasting transformation. The rhythm of your life, the habits you cultivate, and the thoughts you repeat shape the person you become. Imagine brushing your teeth. Doing it once changes nothing. Doing it twice may not even matter. But doing it every single day prevents decay and builds health. In the same way, reading a single page won't transform your mind. Writing a single line won't make you an author. Saving a single dollar won't make you wealthy. But consistency transforms these tiny actions into powerful forces that cannot be stopped. Think of water dripping on a stone. One drop is meaningless, but a steady stream can carve valleys and shape landscapes. Your habits are like that water. The smallest repeated action done daily will eventually carve your character and shape your destiny. If you want to transform your future, don't focus on giant leaps. Focus on what you can commit to every day without fail. This is why consistency requires discipline. Not the kind that feels like punishment, but the discipline born of love. For your dream, your health, your growth. When you choose to show up every single day, even when motivation runs dry, you send a message to life itself: I am serious about this. And life responds to seriousness. Transformation doesn't happen in a single day, but it does happen daily. You may not see the results immediately, but each small effort builds upon the last. When you look back after weeks, months, or years, you'll see that what once seemed impossible has quietly become inevitable. That is the magic of consistency. It turns ordinary actions into extraordinary destinies. Every great journey begins slowly, sometimes awkwardly. The first step is often the hardest because inertia is heavy, but the moment you move, something remarkable happens. Momentum is born. And once momentum takes over, what once felt impossible suddenly becomes natural. Think about pushing a car. At first, the weight feels overwhelming. It barely budges. But with effort, it begins to roll. Once in motion, the same car that seemed immovable becomes easier to push. That's how life works. Your first steps may feel clumsy, weak, even futile, but don't mistake struggle for failure. Struggle is simply the resistance of inertia being broken. Once you create momentum, the universe itself seems to assist your movement. Momentum doesn't require giant leaps. It requires tiny beginnings. Write a paragraph, and momentum may carry you to write a chapter. Take one walk, and momentum may turn it into a habit of health. Speak one kind word, and momentum may shift an entire relationship. Momentum thrives on action, no matter how small. The beauty of momentum is that it multiplies effort. One action sparks another, which creates energy for more. Before long, the very thing that once felt impossible feels inevitable. This is why the most important step is always the first, because it ignites the engine of momentum. Remember this: perfection is not required, only movement. Stop waiting for the right time, the perfect plan, or the flawless beginning. Start where you are with what you have. The energy of momentum will meet you halfway. And once you've tasted momentum, you'll realize your giant destiny is nothing more than small steps, repeated until movement becomes unstoppable. Your destiny isn't just about what you achieve outwardly. It's also about the person you become inwardly. And every small step you take has the power to rewire your mind for greatness. Each time you make a decision that aligns with discipline, growth, or courage, you are training your mind to believe in possibility. The human brain thrives on evidence. It believes what you consistently show it. If you tell yourself, "I want to be healthier," but never take action, your brain learns to doubt you. But if you wake up each day and walk for 10 minutes, your brain learns to trust that you mean what you say. That trust builds confidence, and confidence opens the door to greater action. This is why small steps are so essential. They teach your mind that change is possible. They break the illusion that you must leap into greatness all at once. Imagine training for a marathon. You don't begin with 26 miles, you begin with 1. Over time, your mind adapts, your body strengthens, your belief expands. What once felt impossible slowly becomes natural. Every promise you keep to yourself is like a deposit in the bank of self-respect. And over time, those deposits grow into wealth that cannot be measured in money, confidence, resilience, and inner power. You begin to see yourself as capable, worthy, unstoppable. Greatness is not about avoiding struggle, but embracing growth. Small steps train you for bigger victories by expanding your threshold for discomfort. Every time you push just a little beyond what feels easy, you prove to yourself that you are more capable than yesterday. And that proof builds a mindset strong enough to handle destiny when it arrives. So if you feel weak, lost, or doubtful, don't wait for strength to appear. Build it. Take the small step in front of you. Choose growth over fear. Train your mind by keeping promises to yourself, no matter how small. For when your mind believes in you, nothing in the world can stop you. We live in a culture obsessed with big, visible success, yet often it is the smallest, quietest actions that shape both our destiny and the lives of others. Just as a pebble dropped into a pond creates ripples that travel far beyond where it landed, your small actions extend in ways you may never see. Think about kindness. A single kind word may seem insignificant, yet it can heal a heart, inspire hope, or change the course of someone's day. That person, now uplifted, may treat another with compassion, and the ripple continues. You may never know the impact of that small act, but its influence echoes in unseen ways. The same is true of effort. Writing one page may inspire a book. Starting one small business may inspire your children to believe in their dreams. Saying yes to growth may inspire someone else to do the same. Destiny is not built only on the visible milestones, but on the invisible ripples of countless small steps. When you commit to these quiet actions, you are participating in a greater flow of life. The universe magnifies what you give, no matter how small. This is why every step matters. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is unseen. Every small act of discipline, love, or courage extends beyond you, shaping a destiny bigger than you could ever design. So do not dismiss what feels small. A smile, a prayer, a single decision to rise again, they all ripple. And sometimes it is those invisible ripples, not the grand gestures, that create the biggest waves of destiny. So many people believe destiny is something waiting far away, like a hidden treasure you stumble upon if you're lucky. But destiny is not found, it is built. It is not a destination, but a construction project, one you are working on every single day with your thoughts, your choices, and your actions. Each step you take is like a brick. One brick may not look like much, but many bricks together create a home. In the same way, each effort may seem insignificant alone, but when placed together with consistency and faith, they build the life you desire. This means you are not waiting for destiny to arrive. You are already shaping it. The moment you choose growth, you are building. The moment you choose love over bitterness, you are building. The moment you persist when it would be easier to quit, you are building. Step by step, you are constructing a life that reflects your highest potential. This truth should empower you. You don't have to control the entire future. You only need to lay the next brick well. With time, the walls rise, the vision takes shape, and what once seemed like a dream becomes a structure strong enough to hold your destiny. Remember this: destiny rewards the faithful. Not the perfect, not the flawless, but the faithful, the ones who keep stepping, keep building, keep trusting. Your giant destiny is not waiting at the end of some distant road. It is being built right now, in the small steps you choose to take today. My friend, never underestimate the power of small steps. They are the seeds, the training ground, the momentum, the ripples, and the very building blocks of your future. Every small step you take in faith brings you closer to the giant destiny that already belongs to you. You don't need to see the whole path. You don't need to have all the answers. All you need is to begin, and to keep beginning every day. For life does not reward those who wait for perfection. It rewards those who step forward, however small the step may be. One step taken today can change everything, and when you look back years from now, you will see that your giant destiny was never a leap. It was the collection of countless small, faithful steps. So take your step today, because the journey of your destiny has already begun.